Hi guys, welcome back to Creating Space. My name is Reyna, but you can call me Ray. This week's episode 3, is called Letting Go. It is Sunday, so I am a day late. I do apologize to any of my followers that have been watching this, but it's kind of fitting because this podcast was never meant to be about getting everything perfect. It's about being honest. You may see me look away at times. I fidget a lot. I've also got notes that I've taken as well. When I talk about being honest, this week didn't look like anything I thought it would. When I started this podcast, I thought every week I'd come back and tell you how many things I deleted or what I got rid of, and like, even though I didn't write it that way, my first couple of weeks felt like that. This week, I didn't really delete anything. My phone and cloud has thousands of photos and videos still, and there is still heaps to move over from TikTok. I am trying to line it all up so I can just release it, and then it's just there. If you enjoy it, great. A little like would be nice. If you don't, please write a comment and say, yeah, we don't want to see much more of this, or not that I would actually care because it's my content, but I would take note of it and not create more of that. It's more about uploading the stuff I've already done. And at least then I get an idea of what you want to see when I do my shorts and videos fresh. Because there's so much still to move over, delete, I started feeling like I'd failed. Then I realized maybe I have been measuring it all wrong. Another thing that's been on my mind this week is the Serenity Prayer. And I'm going to say it for you if you don't know what it is. And if you do, I'm with you. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. If you don't believe in God, you could use a higher power. And generally, when I'm talking to people that don't believe in God or a higher power, I say, hold an object. You can see this object. You believe that this object is real, say it to that. Because it brings you back to that moment. I've heard this prayer so many times over the years, and sometimes it actually takes a while before you can understand what it's trying to teach you. For those of you who don't know me, I've been clean from drugs for just over 7 years now. Recovery has taught me a lot about life, and one of the biggest lessons is I don't have to carry everything by myself. This week I realized that I've been carrying a lot of stress about work, stress about university, stress about things I should be doing. And this week I decided to hand some of that over to my higher power. For me, I'm coming back to the Lord. I've always believed in the universe that there is something out there. I have studied a lot of different religions, and people would think I am ADHD or AUDHD. There's so many combinations of letters out there. I just have a very fast mind. And some days very slow. I also want to be honest about something in my clean years. A year after I got clean from drugs, I stopped drinking alcohol. I used alcohol as a vice when I gave up drugs, and it just got worse and worse. And I gave it up for 3 years. Moving out to the area that I live in now, it is a very lonely place. And to be social, everyone goes out and drinks. So over time, I started going, okay, one drink won't hurt, compared to if I pick up drugs. So I did start drinking again after 3 years of being sober. Um, it wasn't a decision I made lightly, and it certainly doesn't erase the work that I have done in recovery. I am still clean from drugs, and that is one of the hardest things that you can stay clean from. You're always recovering. You're never, I am recovered. Um, these days, I'm very different to the person I used to be. I do not drink every day, whereas I did drink every day. I don't drink to lose control or numb myself. And I know my limits and I respect those limits. When I start to feel, I'm not the person I should be, then I go, no, no more for me. And I'll either go home or I'll start drinking soft drink or water. Recovery didn't turn me into a perfect person. It doesn't. It taught me to be honest with myself, and I think that's far more valuable. I've also spent a bit of time studying this week. I have lectures every week. I'm studying 2 units per semester. It is my first year, so I've done one semester. I'm on my second semester. There's a lot of reading. And there is still so much more to learn over the next few years. I'm also doing summer school as well. And sometimes I look at my to-do list and think, how am I ever going to get through all this? But I don't have to. All I have to do is what I have to do today. And it may only be one thing, but that's enough. When I started creating space, this podcast, I thought it was about deleting apps and photos and just deleting stuff from my life. But then as I started thinking more and more on it, it was something much more bigger. It was about sharing my life and cleaning up my life, I guess, in all areas. Sometimes creating space is deleting 800 photos like I did the previous week. Sometimes it's cancelling one subscription. Sometimes it's just saying no. You get asked to go out all the time, or asked to attend, or asked to donate. It is very hard to say we are. We are is a way of saying no in the area I live in. And sometimes it is just about letting go of stress that was never mine to carry in the first place. So, yeah. So this week I didn't make any huge progress on deleting things from my life, but I made progress where it mattered most. I learned that creating space isn't always something you can measure, and sometimes it's just quieter than that. Maybe that's exactly what I needed this week. So, yeah. Thanks for spending a little bit of your Sunday or whatever day that you're going to watch this with me, and I'll see you next week. Until then, have a great week, and I'll see you next episode of Creating Space. Bye.